Let's talk about addictions in relationships. Addictions are destructive in a relationship. And if you're in a relationship right now and there is a chemical dependency, alcohol, drugs, pornography, workaholism, gambling, if you're that person, you need to go get help. If you're married to someone, you set some boundaries that will encourage them to go get help. But let's talk about addictions for a minute and why they're destructive. I like Craig Knocken's definition of an addiction. He defines an addiction as a pathological love and trust relationship with an object or event. Now, I love the fact that he refers to an addiction as a relationship, because he says, and he's right, that addictions must be seen in the light of bonding, relationship, intimacy. You see, all humans have to connect and bond. The problem with addicts they're not bonding to people. They're bonding to their addiction. They get their intimacy needs met. They get their needs for love and affection and their needs for comfort. They're trying to get all those needs met because when they're in their addiction, they feel better about themselves. When they're in their addiction, they feel more confident, more secure. They feel better. The only problem is an object, an event, or process can never meet human needs. It can never meet human needs because we have to engage in the healthy, what referred to as the four forms, natural forms of relationship. Your relationship with self, community around you, family and friends, and a higher power. You have to have relationships in all four areas. But addicts sacrifice the natural healthy relationships for their addictive relationship. And what do you do with objects but manipulate them? You manipulate drugs, you manipulate alcohol in your hands, pornography, gambling. That is why married to an addict, you feel manipulated and controlled all the time, because the way they deal with relationships is through manipulation and control. Why? They bond to objects, not people. Human relationships, healthy relationships, operate on a principle not of manipulation, but of negotiation. Let me give you an example. Let's say I'm hurting, bad day at work. I go home looking for some comfort from my wife, Luella, only to find out she's hurting worse than me. We have to negotiate that. I can learn to put my needs off in order to take care of her because she's hurting worse. Healthy relationships live off a principle of negotiation. Addictive relationships, manipulation. They're bonding to their addiction. They don't know how to bond to people. Recovery is about entering back into the human community to learn to bond to people again. And you treat people with love and respect and goodwill, not control and not manipulation. Two things I've learned about love. Number one, love always, and I mean always, gives up power. The moment you're becoming controlling, you're not loving. Love always gives up power. And secondly, love always risks rejection and abandonment. For those of you in the faith community, think about it this way. In Christianity, God made Adam and Eve, put them in the garden, but he gave them a will. The moment he gave them will, he risked rejection. Secondly, he also gave up power because he knew they could walk away. He never controlled them. Same thing. Whenever you're controlling someone, you're not operating in love, because love always gives up power and risks rejection and abandonment. Always respect other people. Love them well. Be respectful. Two things you also know about love. It operates in respect and goodwill. Whenever I'm operating in disrespect and not in goodwill, I'm not operating in love.